Hello everyone, La13 Scale here, also known as Scale, and welcome back to more Life is Strange Before the Storm. We have to talk about David now, I'm sure, and how maybe David can now help cover the school costs. So, yeah, maybe David could help.
Maybe David should start paying rent. He spends the night often enough.
How would you know? You're never here yourself.
That's fair.
David thinks you need discipline.
David should mind his own business.
I think she needs a therapist, not
I
discipline.
think it's great David's taking an interest. He's a good man. Maybe he can help.
Oh, these are both bad. Dad was a good man, but throwing a dead man whom you guys have idolized in her face is not going to help you. But David is definitely wrong. Chloe doesn't necessarily need discipline. She needs a therapist. If you just crack down on that discipline thing more and more and more without providing her a safe outlet to express it without judgment away from you, it's not going to help. It's only going to just make her flee you quicker. What she needs, yes, she needs discipline in a regards of having parents with a rigid, with rigid boundaries. Yes, I agree. But she needs an outlet to talk this through with people who are not at all related to the situation to be able to give her a new perspective on how to better process the trauma she's clearly dealing with. This is the difference between a 2010 game and a 2022 game.
Your boyfriend's an asshole.
He's been good for me. Maybe he rubs you the wrong way because you've been rude.
Don't victim blame here, honey.
He's still breathing. That means I've been more than fair.
Yeah, right.
David's had some hard times too, you know. If he's kind enough to share his experience, I expect you to listen.
Like I'd let him get within 15 feet of me.
When he takes you to school today.
Very funny.
Oh.
You will be nice, you will be respectful, and you will say thank you.
Are you serious? This is such...
What, Chloe? Such what?
Mom's trying, I guess. Maybe I should too. But what's the point in getting along if it means pretending everything's fine when it's not?
I mean, she's right. Oh, this is... Okay, there's a symbol going up in the top left-hand corner telling me that this is an important sign, and so is the music and everything. So, yes, you do need to say what you feel. It is important to be understanding. And Mom is actually kind of in the wrong here by trying to force a relationship between the two of them in a way that's not going to happen because these two don't have respect for each other in any way. Like, that's the thing. The reason that... I mean, yes, Chloe is definitely projecting a little bit of that "you're not my dad" kind of feeling at David, and that is something that is hard to deal with. But the fact that David is instead doubling down on just being a jerk and being rude to her is, in her mind, proving herself right. If he instead was like, "Hey, I understand, like, I get it, you don't like me, I'm not asking that you do like me, I'm just asking that you can at least respect your mother and I's relationship enough to not bash it. Like, you know, set the bar at least really low. So that this way some form of respect can understand, like, can be there. Because it's very clear David doesn't respect Chloe. That's very clear in the... Since this is technically a prequel, I want to say, like, the sequel events, but since it was very clear in the first game, David doesn't respect Chloe. And it's clear that Chloe doesn't respect David, both in the first game and in this one. And I think the reason for that is because they're not communicating in a way that shows respect for each other. If one of them can swallow their pride, since they're both very proud people, if one of them can swallow their pride enough to say, hey, I get that you don't like me and that's okay, I think that this would be better to, like, de-escalate the situation. And really what this whole family needs is family counseling, including with David involved. And Chloe needs separate therapy, but they can't afford that. What they need is to look up John Gottman's Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse, which is just a guide for being able to communicate in a healthy way with people. I'm going to have a link in the description for this one, that, like, kind of breaks down what they are, but it talks about the point of the Four Horsemen is essentially that if one of these four is present in any dynamic, massive amount of communication needs to happen. If two or more are present, either the relationship needs to be dissolved or a professional is needed to come in and mediate and take care of everything. And it's very clear that we're seeing contempt from Chloe, which is the worst of all of them. We are also seeing defensiveness as well, which is not good. But the four are contempt, defensiveness, stonewalling, aka the silent treatment, and wow, why did I forget what the fourth one is? I always know these every time I'm going to, like, talk to somebody about the importance of these things, and then every time I, like, think about it later, I'm like, what were they again? Does anyone remember? Criticism. And criticism is different than like having a complaint. A complaint would be like, I feel like when you do this, it makes me feel like you don't trust me. Criticism would be, you never think about how other people, you know, how you make other people feel, yada yada yada. Like going for an attack on the personality. I want Chloe to be better. It's clear that by the time that Chloe, in my version, lives, that they're not going to have reconciled. So essentially this choice feels like it doesn't matter, but I'm going to try to be understanding about it, especially since David does literally save Max's life.
Mom, I know you're dealing with a lot.
Thank you. I understand you don't need me as much anymore. But I need you.
I do still need you. You're my mom.
But please stop
I'm
trying to
proud
force
of
a
you for
relationship to
being so
happen.
Self-sufficient. But the whole world's not out to get you.
I disagree.
Tell that to the world.
You're impossible. But I love you.
I love you too.
Mm-hmm. Okay, David's waiting. You'll need to bring him his keys from the ashtray. Try not to kill each other.
Got it. Unless he tries to give me advice. Or looks at me funny.
Chloe.
Or looks at me at all.
Chloe.
Mom,
Look,
Have a
stop
good day.
trying to
You
force a
too.
relationship that's not going to
giving
happen.
David his keys is about the most humiliating thing Mom could ask me to do.
I disagree. I think there's a few other more humiliating things that she could ask you to do in relation to literally just, like, if you had to provide the keys and simultaneously be like, thank you, sir. I greatly appreciate all that you're doing for me now. Like, that would be more embarrassing and humiliating. So, you know. Oh, come on. You can sanitize your
No
hands
point in
later.
putting off the inevitable torture of driving to school with David. I better get going. Almost wish I could slip Mom cash. If I had any cash to slip.
You know, I'm shocked that at this point she hasn't gotten into, you know, selling things. Ah! Okay, first I'm gonna look out the window.
I actually have to let this jackoff drive me to school. This is my life now. Kill me.
You'll get your wish eventually, I'm sure. Tab to see what is going on in the... Okay, from Steph. Oh, right. Yeah, we're friends with Steph. Wait, Steph is in, like, Steph from True Colors? Oh, wow. I mean, I remember them mentioning it, and I remember in like that. I think it was in the DLC. They like talk about it a little more. But on the bright side, in the future, Steph gets a really nice girlfriend, and they travel the world and do band stuff. So, at least that's my first playthrough. And then I did a separate Ryan run just to see what would happen if you do a relationship with him. I have your DVD. You can get it before school. Thanks. Hey, is this Chloe? It's Steph Gringich. Yep. Man, super rich conversations. Can I just say? My God. Steph has simultaneously changed so much and also not at all. Okay. Are we ready for this, Chloe? At what point are you going to dye your hair blue? Is it in this game? That's the real question. Okay. Do we have a half-painted house? Why do we have a half-painted house?
What a piece of crap.
The car? Oh. I was going to ask, the car or the person? Because you're a little bit,
Why do you women always take forever to get ready?
Can you stop being a
We're hoping
sexist
you
crap?
never leave without us.
Also, you knew Joyce was making breakfast.
No, Mom. I swear he beat himself to death with a tire iron. Repeatedly.
Especially if someone's going to snap and point like I'm a damn dog. Oh, screw
Is
you.
that a black eye?
No.
Insubordination. No wonder your mother's worried about
Did you ever think discipline's not
that's
actually the
sweet.
answer?
When I was your age, I got into my share of scraps.
Scraps? You mean
It's not
scrapes?
Responsible. You owe it to your mother to do better.
Tell me again what I owe my mother, dirtbag.
Especially while you ain't got a job. But okay. I want to like David.
Crude insulator's probably cracked. You know what a spark plug does?
Yes.
It ignites
Did you
the
not
part-
hear me? I said I know what it does.
Okay.
Then go grab my socket wrench set from the garage, and we can get moving.
I appreciate him trying to take the time
What
to
is
teach
this?
us.
Quality time? Ugh. Better just get the socket wrench and get this over with. Mom should date literally anyone else.
I think you'd still have an issue with that. But I agree, discipline is not the way to go about it. And I know that discipline probably worked for him while in the army, and I get that. But the parenting method that works for one child does not work for other children.
Tiniest penis in all of Arcadia Bay.
You know, I disagree. This is a Mustang, isn't it? Or is it a Shelby GT? Okay, so it looks like a Mustang. My fiance.
I'm supposed to get
I
David
get
his
it.
Stupid wrench. What the hell has happened to my life?
Yeah, my fiance likes the Shelby GT. So that's why I was like, it kind of looks like one, or at least one that I thought that we had somewhere. But he has a Mustang,
What's
I
David
think.
doing? Leaving stuff in our garage anyway? Does he think he's moving in or something?
I mean, if he can help repair the cars at a cheaper cost, might as well. It's one of the benefits of my fiance having grown up around cars and having generations of his family be mechanics is like, you can fix a lot of the problems yourself, which is kind of nice.
Should fill this with gasoline just in case David's car ever catches on fire.
And then it's a matter of time until the kitchen stove catches on fire because it's clearly a gas range, and then you burn the whole house down. Also, why do we have just cans of condensed milk? Things like the cans of beans, the pasta, the peas all make sense, tuna, but I have not ever met someone who has just cans of condensed
We
milk
should
everywhere.
Look in David's toolbox and try not to get testosterone poisoning while doing it.
Okay, can we stop with like all this sexist stuff? Because like this is
Yeah.
driving me nuts.
The stereo used to be in Dad's workshop. I should hook it up in my room before garbage day gets it first.
You know what? That's a very solid point. I'll give him that.
Do these have chapters on hotwiring your mom's boyfriend's car so you can drive it off a cliff? Asking for a friend.
Oh, we get it. You're so edgy. I understand. Oh my god.
By toolbox, did David mean this? Or did he mean himself?
Oh my god.
Dad's toolbox. He used to
Aw.
get so excited whenever anything sprung a leak or busted.
Oh wow, and that's the poster board of Max and mine playing.
David's lawnmower. Maybe Mom and I like our lawn the way it is. Ever think of that?
I feel like that's just projecting. Though to be fair, you don't have a whole lot of a front yard, but let's be honest, I pay somebody to mow the back. Actually, to mow all my lawn, because screw that.
This was the photo Mom took down from the living room. Guess we don't have room for it and David's mustache.
Maybe keep it, like, in your room.
Uh-oh. Mom's been cleaning again.
I mean, yes, I understand that it's time to move on. And I understand where you're coming from, but do it in small stages so that this way it's incremental and not a massive change to clearly your daughter who is suffering through this and trying to navigate life post-dad.
Dad's old camera.
Oh,
Do they even make film for these anymore?
the one that we give to Max. Okay, I think I've looked at everything in here. Tell me you actually know what you're looking for, honey. Oh, socket set. Okay.
There's his stupid socket wrench set. Let's get this shit show over with.
Look, everybody needs tools. I understand, though, if you live in an apartment and don't as frequently need it. But every time I go somewhere, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to have a hammer.
I'm supposed to
the-
get David his stupid
Stop.
wrench. What the hell has happened to my
At the
life?
very least, to smash peppermint candies with to make my peppermint mochas. And screwdrivers, both because I have a custom-built computer and also just life.
50-50 chance I smash him in the face with this. 60-40. Maybe 90-10.
You need a therapist. They did a great job of writing a very cringe-worthy, edgy teen who's upset about everything.
So,
You find the socket wrench set yet? You can do that one simple thing, can't you?
Can you stop? Like, for all you know, I was trying to be nice and actually, initiate a conversation without us both being pricks. But then you have to jump right at the... Why is Mom trying to force a relationship when he can't be... Okay. There are two types of respect that are out there in the world. And I'm going to go out on this tangent for just a second because I'm pissed. Like, he should not be treating a teenage girl like this. He shouldn't be treating a teenager, period, like this. But specifically, just... There is the type of respect that you give to somebody in a place of authority. And then there is the type of respect that you give somebody for just existing as a human being. Right? So you can choose to not respect the authority of a person, but you still have to respect them on a basic human fundamental level. And it feels like what's going on here is because Chloe doesn't respect any authority, let alone David's specific authority, that thereby he believes that he shouldn't respect her as a basic human being. And while what Chloe is doing isn't a good thing, because she's teetering on that not respect him as a human being thing, she's still a child. She might be a teenager, but within the eyes of the law, she's still a child. David's a grown adult man who has not only held jobs, but has been a part of the U.S. military. What he's doing is worse because he should know better. And the fact that Joyce doesn't acknowledge that at all is a problem. Plain and simple. Anyway, here's your stupid socket wrench set. They do a great job making you hate
A
him.
little more hustle wouldn't have killed you.
I disagree. You're welcome. Basic human respect would mean, especially what Joyce is trying to reinforce, you would say thank you to her all the same. Not, you should have done better.
See what's gunking up the works there? That's a sign of
carbon
deposit.
deposits? No shit.
I don't know
You
this.
could actually be good at this if you lost the attitude.
That's
My attitude
fair.
is what makes me special. David.
It's
Alright.
fair. That's fair. That's fair. Do you just have another spark plug on you? Like, did we just take it out and then not? Are you gonna be a decent human being now? With your actual square head? No, be a decent human being, Chloe. Be the bigger person. You're still a
Fine.
prick.
Whatever.
Try. Just try. The continuity might not be there, but just try. So this way, when you can say that you hate him later, it holds more weight.
Hey, you're taking those tools with you, right?
Every house needs a good toolbox.
Right next to Dad's.
We've already got one, but thanks.
Don't trash him while you do it. Don't. That's not that wouldn't be a good look for you. Oh God, those 70s. That might be.
Please don't want to talk. Please don't want to talk.
I
Please.
want to talk to you about something. We don't have to like each other, but you will respect me.
Nope, not the way you say
enjoyed
that.
Enough of a vacation from having a father figure.
Oh my
So there's
God.
some things I want to be real clear about.
I don't. Oh. Oh my God, I literally cannot. I just. You don't know. I'm just going to let this sit here awkwardly while he's waiting for my response. I cannot believe. A vacation from a father figure? Oh, yeah, like she just chose to not have a dad? Are you. I am literally going to explode. Like, And you will respect me? Okay, look, I am a grown adult. I'm turning 28 in a few weeks from the time of this going up, if not already. See, this is 5. Yeah, no. So in a few weeks from the time of this going up. I've gotten over my angsty phase, right? I'm clearly not a high schooler anymore. I'm not a teenager. But if you tell me you will respect me, all of my respect that I had for you as an authority figure is out the window, and some of my respect for you as a human being kind of left too. Just so we are perfectly clear. Anyone that demands respect out of somebody will never get it. It's that Game of Thrones quote. Anyone that has to assert that he is the king is no king. If you have to say that I'm in charge, you're not in charge. Plain and simple. Your actions speak louder than your words, and your constant disrespect for me on a basic human level is not okay. And to be quite frank, if this was going on with me now, where I have these kind of mental faculties and capabilities the way that I currently do, and he said this to me, you better believe I would be going to Mom and be like, he literally just said specifically that I've had a vacation from having a father figure. A vacation. I understand what he was trying to get at, but why the hell did he have to say it like that? Why did he have to disrespect Dad that way? Knowing that very clearly I am still not okay with anything happened, and I very clearly, which he probably wouldn't be able to articulate this, blame myself for his death because it was my birthday that he died on. I'm not even answering this guy in this episode. I need to. I get that he redeems himself in the future. But one act of being a good human being does not cover up literal years of being trash. And I'm ending the episode here. Thanks everyone so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you liked what you saw here today. Be sure to hit that notification bell so this way you can figure out which of these two I'm going to go with. Normally I'm for de-escalating, but at this point, he's proven that he doesn't respect me. Plain and simple. As a human being. So anyway, click that notification bell so that you can find out what I'm going to tell this guy. And take care, everybody.